Alright, let's dive in. Because the truth isn't about holding back. It's about breaking through to something that's real, powerful and undeniable. Now you're sitting here, wanting to reprogram your mind, rebuild your identity, and set a brand new foundation. So let's tear down every false belief that you've held up as a barrier. Let's smash the walls of confusion that you've been keeping around yourself. And let's show you how you can move forward effortlessly, unapologetically, and in full command of your life. Because let's face it, you've been playing small. Not because you want to, no, it's because you've been shackled by an old system of beliefs, patterns and behaviours that don't even make sense anymore. Do you know what happens when you stop living by your own rules? When you stop holding the reins? You start living a life that others designed, and that's bullshit. Now let's get real. Here's the deal. You want more certainty in your life. You want more confidence. You want to walk into any room, any situation, any conversation with the power of knowing that you're going to crush it. You must install these core beliefs, these new principles into your subconscious. This is the foundation. Without it, you're just floundering. Trust me, this isn't a suggestion, it's a roadmap. Because your reality is yours to shape. But first, you've got to get the right gears, the right processes, the right beliefs locked into place. No one's going to do it for you. No one's coming to save you. But here's the catch. You already have everything you need. You just haven't been paying attention to the right signals. So let's start. Imagine you're the kind of person who thrives on order, structure, and predictability, right? A planner, an achiever. Someone who knows what needs to be done. And when you focus on setting clear boundaries, anticipating every potential issue, and creating systems to make everything fall into place, what happens? Things go smoothly. You have control. You're on top of everything. People trust you because you make them feel safe, organised and capable. Can you see that? That's the foundation. You've been doing this all your life. Your ability to structure, organise and execute flawlessly. But here's where it gets better. You start seeing the beliefs you've been operating under. The ones about needing to control everything to avoid failure. They're holding you back. They make you rigid. They keep you stuck. But when you break those barriers and let go of the idea that everything must be perfect, you open up to something bigger. You start realising that failure doesn't exist. You've been taught to fear it. But it's not failure, it's feedback. Every time something doesn't go according to plan, it's an opportunity to grow, to recalibrate. And when you adopt that mindset, when you own that perspective, everything changes. Because let me tell you something. What's holding you back right now isn't the world, or even other people. It's your own need for perfection. Your insistence that you need to keep everything under control. You've been fooling yourself. You're afraid of surprises, of unpredictability, of not knowing. But here's the truth. Uncertainty is where you grow. The magic happens in the unknown. You control your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions. They're not some random reaction. They're the product of the beliefs that you've chosen to hold on to. Every decision you make, every relationship you nurture, every action you take is driven by the beliefs that you hold about yourself. And right now, you're about to install a new operating system. So picture this. You walk through your day, feeling that calm confidence that you've got everything under control. You plan, you execute, you evaluate. And if something unexpected happens, you just adapt, you adjust. It's no longer a crisis, it's just a challenge. A challenge you're ready to face with excitement. Because you know that challenges to where the good stuff happens. You don't shrink back from problems, you lean in. And let's be clear, it's not about pretending to have everything figured out. It's about showing up with certainty, knowing no matter what happens, you're in control of how you respond. How would your life change if you embraced that? What if every time you walked into a situation, you were already in command? Not because you knew exactly what would happen, but because you were confident in your ability to handle whatever came your way. Are you getting this? You can break free from the old cycles of perfectionism and anxiety. You can leave behind the constant need to micromanage and control. You can trust the process, trust your abilities, trust you'll always figure it out. And when you do that, when you stop resisting the flow of life, you actually become the force that moves it forward. Your anxiety, your stress, your fear, it starts to melt away. The need to control everything, it fades. You let go of the weight of it, and suddenly everything starts feeling easier, lighter. And then you see the ripple effect. People feel that energy from you. They sense the shift. You start radiating confidence. You attract opportunities, the right people, the perfect circumstances, and why? Because you're no longer obsessed with controlling things that don't need control. You're the one in charge of your energy, your thoughts, and your decisions. Let's talk about trust. When you start trusting yourself, when you really own your decisions, your mind is free to open up. You stop fearing what others think, because you know, deep down, their judgment doesn't define you. It's your beliefs that create your reality. You trust in your ability to delegate, to let go, to allow others to step up and shine. Because you know, by trusting them, you're creating a team. You're not alone, you're supported. And the results, they come even faster. Think about it. You already have the power to manage your time, solve problems, and communicate assertively. You've been doing it. But what if you could do it with zero anxiety, without second guessing, without overthinking? What if you could step into any situation with pure clarity, no hesitation, no doubts, and just own your space? You've been getting in your own way, let's face it. You've been afraid to take risks, afraid of what might go wrong. But if you could let go of that fear, if you could just trust yourself and step into your power, everything would change. And you don't have to figure it all out right now. You don't have to have the full map in front of you. All you need to do is start walking. And as you walk, the path will reveal itself. You see, this is how you create change. It's not about waiting. It's about acting. It's about stepping into the next level without hesitation. And with every step, every action, every decision, you become more and more of who you're always meant to be. So let me ask you, who are you going to become when you stop hiding behind perfectionism? When you stop obsessing over control? When you let go of those all limiting beliefs that have been holding you hostage? You're going to become someone who moves through life with ease, with grace, with confidence, with power. And here's the best part. The moment you choose that new version of yourself, everything changes instantly. And will keep changing for the better forever. Now take a deep breath and let it sink in. Feel that power. It's yours. This is your time. So are you ready to step into it?